The U.S. Senate is poised to pass legislation today that would ban insider trading by lawmakers after senators reached agreement to vote on a series of 20 amendments to the bill. This is what I was talking about, is the government is going to legislate itself, to be honest. We got Brody Mullins to tell us all about this. Legislating itself, to be honest, that's a bold idea. We love it, of course. Tell us about it, Brody.
After years and years of delay, Congress is finally moving on legislation that would make it clear that members of Congress can't trade on information that they hear in the halls of Congress. There's an issue the Wall Street Journal has written extensively about for the last 3 years. This bill was essentially dead for its first 5 years and remarkably came to life in the last couple months and is now marching to passage.
And Brody, we're not talking about news that lawmakers can hear. We're talking about news that they can have an impact on. I mean, I could legislate, something that would benefit the alternative energy business, and at the same time turn around and purchase a solar power company.
Yeah, why would they legislate against that if they can do it? That's a great. I mean, if you could do that and make tons of money, why would you legislate against yourself?
Well, there's a lot of public pressure against. I mean, it was legal for years and years and years. Got a lot of coverage in the press, including in the Journal, and then President Obama in his State of the Union called on Congress to pass this. So it was really responding to public pressure.
So there's a great quote in your story here. It says, we are very close to doing something so basic, so common sense, to begin to restore the public's trust and faith in our institutions. That's Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. Is it going to... Nice one, Bob. Nice one, Bob. Brody, I mean, is this act going to actually restore faith in the institution, or is this just a small step? It's going to be a very long road in restoring faith.
Of course, it's a very small step. I think it's an important step. It's a step responding to the president and to the media and to the public, really. But there's a long way to go. I don't know exactly how low the approval ratings in Congress are now. I mean, I doubt this would be much of a blip.
Much more.
Well, 12%. But, Brody, have legislators been basically embarrassed into doing this? Or is this something that they recognize is going to be, a genuine concern? And the reason I ask that is because if it's the former, they may not pass anything that's really got any teeth in it. But if it's the latter, perhaps something that's really got a bite.
Well, I think this legislation has some bite to it. I mean, it means that a member of Congress or a staff member, if they violate the law, could go to jail. I mean, that's pretty strict.
Okay, let's lock them up. You know what? Let's lock them up proactively, and then when we're done, we'll let them out on a piecemeal basis.
I like that. So when we've seen acts like this go through Congress, we've seen seemingly sensible things get held up. Does this look the likelihood that this gets held up with sort of partisan bickering for months, if not years, and just goes on and on and on, and we just think even worse of them?
No, I don't think so. I think this will be law within 6 weeks or so. I mean, Congress takes a long time to pass things, so it certainly could get delayed. But look, the president, was it just last week, said that he wanted this bill passed, and here the Senate is voting today. In the House, they've already promised they'd pass it by the end of February. Maybe that slips a little bit, but I think this will pass in some form.
Well, okay, Brody, you've described this as important. Do you think it's the kind of thing that resonates with voters as we head to the election booth in November? Or is this something that's a little esoteric and perhaps really doesn't sound very good to the electorate as a whole?
Yeah, I don't think it really resonates with the electorate as a whole. I was on the campaign trail for a while. Mr. Perry, the governor of Texas, before he dropped out, called for banning insider trading by members of Congress, I think in November, maybe October. And you saw what happened in his campaign. I haven't heard anyone else talk about this. This is not a big issue on the campaign trail. It's not a big issue in the minds of most voters. But what Congress is saying is that in an effort to restore some mark of Congress's credibility, that they just need to pass this legislation.
Okay, and I'm very curious. Do you think before this is enacted, there will be a flurry of insider trading inside the Beltway? what do you think? A lot of brokers doing a lot of business?
Wow, your cynicism
Oh, I
meter
know,
is
it's terrible,
turned
isn't
high
it?
today.
Oh,